guys, it's Kaz, and today I'm here with my June wrap up. All of the books that I read in the month of June. So I fell into a bit of a reading slump this month. Two of the books, I read the majority of them in May and finished them towards the beginning of June. So the first one of those was Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. I listened to this one on audiobook. Flicking through this one now, I actually had no idea, but the physical book actually does include some like photographs and things like that, which I think is really cool and would have been quite interesting had I seen it when I was reading it. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked listening to this one on audiobook as well because the story is narrated by one character but at different points in his life. So when he's in his 20s and then when he's in his 90s. And they used two different narrators for that and I loved the voices of both of them. The elderly man especially did a really good job. He just had a really emotive voice and the story itself I really enjoyed. I found at some points quite heart-wrenching, at others quite shocking, but overall I did really enjoy this one. I definitely recommend it, and at some point I'm probably going to be watching the movie of this one too. The other book that I finished at the beginning of June was The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is the collection of 5 prequel novellas for the Throne of Glass series, and I really enjoyed reading this, and I'm glad that I did read this before rereading Throne of Glass, which, spoiler alert, was the other book that I read during the month. But I think that reading this one before diving into Throne of Glass as well was quite beneficial, since this book does allude to a lot of things that happened in Celaena's past. You know what these are because of this book, but generally I really enjoyed the stories. Overall, I rated this one about a 4 to 4.5 stars, but the actual novellas themselves, I rated The Assassin and the Pirate Lord 4 stars, The Assassin and the Healer 3.5 stars, The Assassin and the Desert 5 stars, The Assassin and the Underworld 4.5, and The Assassin and the Empire 4.5. The Assassin and the Desert was definitely my favorite story out of all of these, and I just really enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about Celaena and some of the people that she knew previously to being captured and how exactly she came about being captured and imprisoned. So I really enjoyed this one. Next, I of course read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This was a reread for me. I was listening to this one on audiobook as well. I gave this one about, I'm not too sure, maybe like a 3.75 out of 5 stars, maybe a 4. Possibly. I really enjoyed Celaena's character in The Assassin's Blade, and then in this one I still liked her character and stuff like that, but there were just a few little things that irked me a bit. But yeah, it was really nice to get a refresher on this story because I had forgotten a lot of things that happened. I'm really glad that I read this one. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I read in the month of June. I obviously didn't get around to finishing American Gods, which was for the May-June read-along with the little book club, which I'm really upset about, but I fell into a reading slump. I haven't been able to finish it just yet. So the live show for American Gods has been postponed until further notice. I will be letting you know when that is happening, but for now, I just need to kind of focus on getting back into reading and finishing that book before I can think about doing the live show for that one, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this wrap up. I will be doing my July TBR very soon. I'll see you then. Bye!